Capricorn, they're back. Now, maybe you got a text, maybe you got a Facebook message, an Instagram message, a phone call, a voicemail. All right, maybe they blocked you, maybe you blocked them, but somehow, somewhere or another, they came back around. And now, here you are watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and comment and share with your friends and family. If you would be interested in a personal reading from me, check out my website, LAMARR TOWNSEND Purchase your reading directly from my website. Within 24 hours, I will get back to you, letting you know that I received your payment, and then we'll get your reading done that same day, within 1 to 3 days or sooner. Remember, you can also call me or text me at 703-791-9162. Standard rates apply. I am an astrologer as well as a psychic tarot reader, so I can read your cards as well as your birth chart. Technically, I don't really need cards. Speaking of which, let's get into this reading, honey. Let's talk about Capricorn and their back. Now, when I say they're back, I'm speaking of when someone from the past comes back around that either you cut off, maybe they cut you off, or maybe you ended on amicable terms, all right? And sometime or another, down the line, you end up back in each other's lives. The question is, Capricorn, what do you do now that they're back? Now, this could go a myriad of ways, Capricorn. You have to keep in mind the types of people that you do attract into your life by default. The Capricorn motto is I use. So therefore, you can sometimes attract users in your life, all right? And in that same realm, you can attract toxic relationships where you're both using each other. So if we're thinking in that terms and they're back, but it's a toxic relationship, or they're using you or you're using them, is it really a good thing that they're back? Or maybe, like I was saying earlier, things ended on a bad note and you blocked each other and now they're back, but you have to question their motives. Or vice versa, Capricorn, they're definitely going to be questioning your motives. That's if you're the one coming back around into their lives intentionally. But in this video, we're speaking of people that come back into your life, all right? Sometimes, Capricorn, you have an issue with letting go. Letting go can be hard for you, especially when you feel like your power has been taken away in a relationship. When you feel like a piece of you has been taken away when a relationship ends, you feel kind of like a Scorpio where you need to enact revenge or you need to make things right somehow, and it just weighs really heavy on your heart sometimes. And a lot of times people can also weigh heavy on your heart, and you can actually will people back into your life. So, but once again, you just have to question yourself when they do come back. Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? All right, especially during things like Mercury retrograde, where people from the past are going to come back. They're back. Oh, you get a tarot reading, you get a psychic reading, and someone from the past is coming back around. And lo and behold, here they are. They're back. But what are you going to do differently, Capricorn, now that they're back? What are they going to do differently, Capricorn, now that they're back? Here's what I'm going to tell you what you're most likely going to do, Capricorn, because I know you really well. You most likely, depending on your relationship or circumstance to this person, if they benefit you in some way, if the relationship benefits you in some way, if there was a benefit to it in the past, that user kind of aspect, energy there, whether you were using them, they were using you, but most likely if it's benefiting you, you were using them for something in some way too. So if it's benefiting you in the relationship, if it benefited you in the past, if you really like the person as well, and if you didn't get the closure you thought you needed, you are most likely going to be happy in some sense that this person is back, and you're going to take them back, and you're going to entertain this person, because I know you. But Capricorn, you are smarter than the average Joe and the average Joe S. Or Jill, the average Jill. Capricorn, you're smarter than the average Joe and the average Jill, all right? So I know you, and you're not just going to take someone back willy-nilly, especially, once again, if they did something to betray you, or if they did something that was hurtful to you, you're going to have your guard up in some sense, all right? But Capricorn can have this thing of the rose-colored glass syndrome, where Capricorn, you can be very nostalgic, very tied to the past. And, I'm a December Capricorn myself. And it's interesting because you're ruled by Saturn, and Saturn rules the past. So you have a deep connection to the past. And, but if there's a past situation and once again, it wasn't complete, if it didn't come to some sort of ending on amicable terms, you're going to want to make that right again. The door's always going to be open in some sense, So when you inevitably take someone back and you put your guard up and hopefully you don't have on those rose-colored glasses, what you do is you try to get into the person's head and figure out where they're at. Now, see, Capricorn, this is where you slip up sometimes, because by the time someone's had their first round of battle with you, and you have to look at my videos, my verse videos, where I talk about the zodiac signs versus each other and who's the strongest. When you end up in battle with someone, you finally show your true colors as a Capricorn. Like, you show your hand as a Capricorn when someone gets you angry, when someone gets you upset, and you engage in an argument with them, or you engage in, something with them that's very explosive, and it may, result in an ending of a relationship. But once that person comes back around, Capricorn, remember I was saying something about, paying attention to people's motives. That person now knows what buttons to press with you in order to make you angry, in order to get emotion out of you. Because you have to remember, you're not the most emotionally reactive person, depending on your moon sign. So Capricorn, when this person comes back around, you better be on your A game, all right? Just because they're back doesn't mean that it's all going to be roses and dandelions and lollipops and gumdrops. So you bring this person back around, you invite them back into your life, and the dynamic starts back once again, because just as you're trying to figure out what is going on in their head, and you're playing, patty cake, we're all on good terms, la di da di da, fa la 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 la. They're doing the same thing to you. It's a dance here at this point, all right? So you're just trying to save face. You're just trying to go along to get along, just to get what is it? I'm trying to think of the cycle started back up again. And usually this type of relationship does tend to be toxic, all right? A toxic cycle type of relationship. And then the cycle starts all over again, Capricorn. And then finally, usually, because it takes Capricorn sometimes, especially if they really like a person or the relationship is very strong to them. It takes a Capricorn maybe 2 to 3 times, all right, to really get their wits about them and realize, oh, you're back? Bloop, close the door back on them. Sometimes Capricorn, you have to get to a point that when they come back, you let go, you move on, you say, you know what, I can't let you back anymore, and with everyone, you're not going to do that, with some people, they come back and maybe you do allow them back and things are better, but you just have to be prepared at the same time when they do come back. And like I was saying, remember I was saying the rose-colored glasses syndrome, right? Capricorn, when people come back around, Capricorn has this thing where they know how to intentionally get things back into the swing of things and the cycle that it was once in, or a semblance of that. Remember, Capricorn is all about structure. So, like, they're constantly creating structures for themselves and the people they love and their family, and it's an interesting, thing Capricorns have going on. So in relationships, they also create structures, and they can be very dictatorial, very controlling in that way. And in that same sense, you have to keep in mind that people also understand that and will use that to their benefit as well. So sometimes Capricorn, like, have this thing, I guess what I'm saying is that where they think no one can beat them at their own game. And then you have someone, probably who was an Aquarius maybe, or a Scorpio, or a Leo or something like that, who does beat you at your own game. They come back and they use you up, and then they discard you, and then they walk out of your life again. And then you're left with more hurt and pain. Oh my gosh, why did they do this again? Oh, if only you had just not let them back in the first place. If only you had heeded the red flags, all right, from the first go round, and realized maybe having this person out of my life is for the best after reflecting on the relationship, kind of thing. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, I guess, as a Capricorn that has reflected on people coming back and coming in and coming out, and realizing myself that I need to put my foot down and say, no, you can't come back. But also realizing that the moments where I allow people back and I kind of give them that boundary at the same time, and don't let them use me, or don't let the cycle start all over again, and kind of maybe ease back into something if that's possible. If that's not possible, at least you have structure, some sort of structure in the relationship once again. May not be the structure it once was, but there's a structure there that maybe over time can be built upon, which shows growth and maturity, all right, as a Capricorn. So I hope this video made any semblance of sense. You guys know in these astrology videos where I just talk about the zodiac signs and astrology and stuff, I just talk, all right, off the top of my head. But that's why you guys love these videos, and that's why I love you. Thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment, and share with your friends and family. Keep in touch with me on my social media. My Instagram is LAMARR TOWNSEND Tarot. My Facebook is LAMARR TOWNSEND Tarot. And remember, if you want a reading, contact me on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. You can also call me or text me at 703-791-9162. And I'm on Eastern Standard Time, and I would love to read for you. Love and light. God bless and no stress. Until the next video, or I'll see you for your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you.